You are tuning into the Goldylocks Productions presentation of the Spiritual Insight Show with Reverend Tiffany White Sage Woman.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this show. I'm Reverend Tiffany White Sage Woman, and I am very pleased and happy, excited to be back in Sacred Circle this Sunday evening. And I have a special guest, which I'm sure you could already see her. And Melissa Parks, and I'll be bringing her on in just a moment. Just thought I would open the show, welcome everyone, give everyone a chance to come in, and and see how everybody's week has gone so far. Here we go. All right, just doing production stuff too as we go. With Facebook, welcome everyone who's joining our Sacred Circle and on Facebook. Hello, Maureen. Love you too, sweetie. Thank you so much. And so we are streaming live through the Goldylocks Productions Facebook page. You don't like Facebook? That's okay. You can watch us live too on the Goldylocks Productions YouTube channel. And I'm saying Goldylocks with a Y. So it's easy to find us there. And also streaming live on the Periscope TV app as well. So welcome everyone. Be sure to leave your questions or comments, feedback, sharing. This is a very interactive show. So just leave it in the comments wherever you are watching live from. And for those of you who are watching this in archives, know that a place has been reserved for you as well, and you'll still feel the love, the energy going through no matter when you watch this. All right. So hello, Sarah. Hello, Teresa, Chris. All right, Sandra, this week's been crazy. I've been thinking about you so much. I've been disrupted and crying for 2 days. Oh, Sandy. Oh, for no reason. Oh, well, yeah, we're going to talk about that. There's a reason. So you all know how to find me, my website, whitesagewoman.com. I do need to just be mindful that even though I love all of you who are regulars in the Sacred Circle, that there might be some new viewers and listeners. So my website is White Sage Woman. I'm saying Sage, S-A-G-E, whitesagewoman.com. And so I'm happy to bring on with me. Many of you can see her already, and depending on how it's streaming. But I'm happy to bring on the wonderful Melissa Parks. Yay! Hello, Melissa.
Hi, Tiffany. Thanks for having me on your show. This is awesome. This is awesome.
We would talked about it, and then something happened. But we made it work.
Hey, it's divine time. We have no control of that.
Exactly. Yes, thank you for answering, Chris. The moon's been in Cancer. I thought the full moon was in Taurus, but it's hugs, Teresa. Everyone's giving hugs. See, that's just really nice, Wendy. Hi, Sandra. All right, so Sandra, it does feel like it's been a very emotional time. And we can talk about that. But first, I would love for Melissa I could introduce you, but I want you to tell, and I know it's hard to talk about yourselves, but go ahead, just tell everyone a little bit about who you are, what you do. Those with Goldylocks Productions should know who Melissa Parks is, because she has her own show on Wednesdays at 1 p.m. Eastern time. It's the radio show, but I'm trying to get her to come over here on the TV world. And be sure to tell us too at the end of your little description, Melissa, about what you do, your website, and how people can contact you as well.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. So a little bit about me then, and that's one of the hardest things to talk about, because isn't it just the hardest thing to talk about? Well, anyways, I've learned that I'm a psychic intuitive. I have all the abilities. I'm able to touch in and connect energetically. What I do is, the best way for me to describe what I do is, like, if you are an outlet, I am putting my plug into your outlet to get your information. And as soon as I get your information, I pretty much unplug and then we disconnect and I just let all the information flow is the best way to describe it. Sometimes I see it as a computer too. I'm like plugging into your computer and getting all these downloads information for you to help you move forward. Part of also of what I do is about empowering everybody who comes to me, contacts me, to empower them to move forward in what makes them happy and breaking out of what is not happy, because sometimes we can't figure that out on our own. So we need a little push. So I like to help people with that. And I've had these abilities all my life, but they didn't really come into full effect until my 40s. So I had like bits and pieces all along, but now here I am. And now I'm here just to help everyone and tap in. And I tap into everything, the highest and best good, you know, for the whole unity, for universe, everything. They're just showing me all this information. And see, I'm very chatty with my hands. See, maybe I am good for TV.
But isn't that the energy moving through you?
That is energy moving through me because I'm actually sitting outside in Sarasota, Florida right now, and it's like 51 degrees, and I was cold, and now I'm very hot right now. So the fleece blanket I have on my legs may be coming off in a little bit. So now I have connected, and the energy is starting to flow. So make sure you guys all tap into that, feel that, because we are all connected. So. Mm-hmm. That's part of what I do. And the ways that you can find me is you can find me on my website at IamMelissaParks.com, or you can reach me by phone at 941-266-9250.
Repeat your phone number one more time if you want them to.
941-266-9250.
Thank you, sweetie. I know we talk fast too. It's kind of like, oh.
I know, I do. I'm usually really good about repeating my phone number too.
All right. The energy too, and we feel it, we feel it, we feel it. Oh, hello, Jeremy, right in. Hello, Jeremy. Thanks for joining us. I sure miss you, sweetie. He used to have a radio show with Goldylocks Productions years ago. Oh, and nice. So, but he's very powerful himself. And Jeremy, so welcome everyone joining us. Yay. All right. Okay, so let's talk about, Sandra, about what everyone's been going through. And it's different for everybody. It really is. And it's we are not only releasing from ourselves, right, Melissa? We are also, because especially those that are connected, I mean, we all are, okay? We all are connected, but who are consciously connected to the earth and to every living being, we're feeling everything they detox from too. It's not just our stuff. It's especially the earth. Pay attention to where you are, the history. If you're near cemeteries, burial grounds, where a battle took place, the land's healing and coming up. And so you're going to feel everything, but you can tell when it's your stuff or not. Because if you can't associate with it, that's fine. Just then let it go. Don't resist that urge that we have to know every darn thing. We don't.
Agreed.
Just let it go. So, Melissa, what tips would you have? What do you do to release, to help making sure you're not holding on to something? And how do you identify it's not yours?
Well, if I feel like I've picked up something that's not mine, because sometimes we do pick up those emotions and everything, being empathic and all that, I say, if this is not mine, remove it from me now. Because we always forget we're in control. So remember that you're in control. And if it doesn't belong to you, it will just fade out. And if it is still sticking around, go, all right, well, why am I feeling this? And sometimes tears are a way of cleansing, and you don't even have to know what they're about. So just let them flow, because it's like we're all walking into this new beginning and we're letting go of our old selves so that we could just be free. And I have a lot of goosebumps as I tell you that. So,
but I find goosebumps as validation.
Oh, it's way validation, validation.
Completely. So as we were talking before, it's like, I felt this Mercury retrograde. Okay. After we got over like the technical part, it was so interesting because Goldylocks Productions, we switched our radio shows to another platform right at the beginning of when Mercury retrograde was intense. And it was intense for a couple days. But I found that the inner work has been so much smoother and calmer, and just has been able to get through things a lot faster and easier than before. You just have to take that time to do that inner work. But I find that it is easier. Don't you, Melissa? Did you find that it was easy for this Mercury retrograde?
Oh, it was so much easier. And like you said, there was like this calm. It's hard to even describe it, but even things that came up that should have like triggered you because it was Mercury in retrograde, you're like, all right, I'll just carry on, so it was much calmer for me. And, I feel like it's been calmer for other people, but everyone's on a different page. So everyone's feeling it differently.
But just know, things that would normally be like a trigger for you, it's getting easier and easier to deal with. And we're paying attention to that and going, oh, wow, that's really cool. I would have freaked out. I'm not saying that you won't. You can still have...
You can still have those freakouts, but you're breaking those old patterns, right? Yeah. Because all those things were patterns of some sort, and they're all coming up now so that you can recognize what they are and change them. And just the way that we think about them can help change them.
Okay, so Sandra knows you, right, Melissa?
Sandra who? No. I don't know. Maybe. I know a bunch of people, but I wouldn't know unless I.
All right. So see, I don't know if you were going to call me or Melissa, but that's okay. Sandra is a healer and feeling other feelings, but left my dad's today, and so much. Of course, especially when you're around other family members too, and they've got a lot of stuff going on, letting drama go. Yes, Jeremy. Sandra, why now? Sandra, why not now? Why not now? We've been holding on to so much stuff, and we are in an ascension process. We can't take all our heavy luggage with us, okay? And we are ascending. We really are. There are parts. It's if you like take a rubber band and stretch it from the third dimension, third vibration, whatever, to the fifth dimension. This is where we are rubber band wise. We still really all are in every dimension. All right. Oh, mind blowing, isn't it? Just let your minds quiet. Don't think too much about it. This is how our energy is. It is definitely that spiral. You really feel it still in the third dimension. We are aware of what's happening in the 3D, but we're not ruled by it. We know that's a hope in history for the last 10,000 years of war and suffering, right? No, it's time to say bye-bye. Let that implode on itself. But there's still little parts of us in 3D, fourth dimension, and entering that fifth dimension. And so we feel stretched, which can make us feel even more emotional. We're feeling everything. And you can still feel people in the 3D that want to pull down on you. You feel the pull, the tug, like they're really literally trying to, I don't want to ascend, but I don't want you to go either. No. And this is, we have to set healthy boundaries because it can be people closest to us. It can be our own family. And that I feel is the hardest. And we mention this because we have holidays. So we got to make sure we're properly protecting ourselves with Thanksgiving and Christmas or whatever other holy days that you're celebrating, right? This is that time frame.
Yeah, the holidays are going to be rough around family, especially if they're still in the negative zone and you're like trying to be that positive, just like Tiffany was just talking about. I always see it as like parade balloons trying to float away, and these people are holding your tethers to the street, and they don't want you to fly away. And you're like, please just let me go. You're the one that has to make that choice just to go and let them sit in their own drama. You don't have to be, you can watch it from the outside. You don't have to be in it anymore, if that makes sense.
It makes total sense. It does. And another thing that helps too is this is temporary, but it's a huge test for humanity. We're all going to be together again. All right. And we always are together. This is the thing. We are so entwined. I lost somebody today. You did? You lost them. Did you misplace them? Where'd they go? I mean, I know. It's what we are trained really to say, programmed to say. It's such a, it's the things to say. when someone crosses over and it's just like, oh, no, they come and visit. They're staying right beside you, So, but in our grief, we don't see that. And I know and understood that. I didn't see my mom. I could see everyone else, but I didn't see, hear, or sense my mom for 14 years because my grieving with her was very hard. But yet when my dad, it was beautiful. The next, just immediately he was right back and just so loving and comforting. And it was, so you just never know. Right. And, but they're not anywhere but beside you. They're in the higher vibrations. But now that we're in all these vibrations, where they say the veil is thinning, the fourth dimension was the veil, and it's opened up to us now. All right. And so that's, what can I do now in this stretching? Deep breaths.
Keep breathing.
Deep breaths. And for you, she says she knows you. Sandra Rossi.
Oh, yay. Sandra, yes. She moved away. I miss her. Thanks for tapping in, Sandra. Yeah, let's connect, girl.
Chris, we need to slowly start purging now before 2020. Oh, absolutely. I think this whole year, we've all been going through this purges, right? Maybe starting with spring, and we're calling it spring, and it's like, but it's summer now, and I'm still purging. Oh, it's fall. I'm still purging. It's a little at a time is always good. Just keep on with that purging, most definitely. So, and it's mind, body, and soul purging, by the way. It's not just the physical. And how many of you? Okay, so this is going to be interesting. Sandra. Sandra says she loves you, Melissa.
Oh, I love you too, Sandra.
With the holidays coming up, and we're going to still feel like a pull for tradition. That's a heavy word in itself, isn't it? And then moving beyond tradition. My husband and I were talking about this earlier. It's just like, what are we going to do about Christmas? And I was like, because it's thinking about all of that. It can be happy or it can be stressful, and it's usually all of it together. And I was like, now how can we have a really stress less and relaxed holiday season? We should just get together and enjoy each other's company. The focus should not be on gifts, little things here and there, but nothing that you should not break. You should not go broke buying anybody anything. The whole presence is togetherness, that kind of present. And just enjoy time together. If you can't be with family because that's too traumatic, be with somebody. Be with your other family. Family's not just blood, right? And so let me read some of these comments here real quick. Okay, yeah. Right. I think gratitude is the new attitude all year long. It's not a season. Just like peace and gratitude are not seasons. It's a state of being.
It truly is. It truly is.
Yeah. So, wow. All right. So has everybody's dreams been going, dreams, that sort of thing, been more visual? Are people having more vivid dreams and messages? That should be coming in harder, easier than before as well. We're opening up, and it's different for everyone again, whether you see, you sense, you feel, and that's great too. So it's not specifically just one thing. It's different for everyone, and that's okay. And also, does everyone feel, I like that, Sarah, for, Sarah, be present, not presence. Exactly. Plus, Sarah, I know you're one. I used to be like this too. You buy something for someone, and it was so hard to wait to give it to them, right? especially if it's a really good gift. It'd be like, oh my gosh, I got my husband like this ultimate gift. I don't know if I'm going to make it to Christmas. Fine. Okay, I might be able to get to the next day. And it's like, oh, darn it. I got you something. You want to see it? No. Oh, it's just like, you know what? Whatever. That emphasis is off of that and just more about family. And maybe as it's not just an age thing. We all know that. And as we see maybe older or elders in our family, in our community, it really makes you stop and smell the roses, because you don't know how much longer in the physical life that we have together, but just know that we're always, again, connected, and that this is really huge for humanity, this ascension process. It's I can't even tell you, I can't even find the words, but it's just so huge. Everyone is celebrating the angels, the star teachers, the just descended masters. It's just, they're really happy. And that whole thing where the angels and the star teachers couldn't interfere with us to some degree, depending on the levels of the angels. That's been removed now because we met them halfway. So now they can come and help us more. So now they're going to probably see more contact. All right. But it's all good. It's benevolent. It really is. All right. I know, Sarah, I could never wait till Christmas, except for when you have kids, that's easy. No, I'm making you wait, Because you wanted to be surprised. Oh, let's see. Sandra, her dreams are more vivid. Okay, very good. Chris, I connected last night with someone who crossed over about 2 years ago. It was very different from past experiences. That's great. That's great. All right. All right. So just reading the comments here. All right. So, and the thing is that as we are awakening more, don't let things scare you. They never want to scare you. That's not their intention. That's not their point, or their purpose is to scare us. And so just everything's all loving. I'm not saying that there are beings that are not loving, that are mistaken as aliens coming to this earth that are mean. They live on this earth in places that we don't know, deep down in the water, underground. They've been here. They are other beings from a different tribe of beings. They're the ones that get accused for being mean. Well, come on. They're in 3D with the rest of us. They're going to have the same attitude, right? So they're the ones that, but we're all getting through this together. Well, I don't know who needed to hear that. That really. Okay.
There's validation.
Exactly, right? It's like, I don't know. What am I saying? That's too funny. Well, I did pull a card for all of us, and then Melissa, I'm sure you always have messages for everyone too. So I pulled, this is really neat. I have always loved the runes, always been connected to them, drawn to them. And there's a rune oracle deck. Runes, oracle deck, runes. All right. Now I have a runes course, and I had 5 sets of runes. Anyone that gets the runes course from me, and it's on my website under online courses, it's $70. And you get a certificate when it's done. And I'm very hands-on with all my students. We stay in contact with each other. There's a video to discuss questions during the course. And then, of course, the attunement. With the runes, Rune Valdor, there's only one attunement. And that's at the end. But it's not like anything that's sometimes you're Larry buying online. I understand that because I've done it too. But here's the material. I'll send you the attunement and the attunement bubble. Have a nice life. And it's like, what? No. I feel that if you're going to be like a master teacher, then you need to be there all the time, always. And that's how I am. I'm sure that's how Melissa is too. She's a great teacher. I don't know if you teach any courses, but anyway, so the rune bell door, everyone who's a special who buys the rune bell, you get a free set of runes. There's 3 left out of 5. So far, 2 people jumped on that. And they're close to no, one just graduated last week. One got their attunement. So congratulations, Wendy. I don't know if Wendy's watching. Yay! And then Maureen, we've just got to do the attunement. Maureen's almost done. So, but the rune for today for everyone is called Manaz. Oops. Mannaz, Manaz. And it has that M shape, but like an X in it, or like 2 tall columns with an X in the side, but it kind of looks like an M with extra. All right. This card stands for humanity, which I love because it's one of I have 2 runes that just, I feel like describe my life mission. Anyway, I think I've talked about this before, so I don't want to spend time with that. But anyway, so what the message is through this community card, right, is cooperation. That no one is an island and that we are bound by invisible threads. But we talked about everyone is connected. Okay. So here we go as we're releasing together, because unity is strength, the exchange of communication by releasing all of us together. We're all releasing everything that we can't even see. So here's some suggestions for what we're going through to help us all. Let's sit with or visualize and be honest with ourselves on our relationships with others. Are we able to give and receive affectionately? That's huge. Can we answer that truthfully? Are we able to give and receive affectionately? Are we at ease with our emotions? How well are we able to communicate verbally? And not just verbally, but what's the rest of it? What's the tone? What's your physical stance when you're talking, when you're communicating verbally? Do we commit ourselves with enthusiasm to collective projects? Or do we feel alone and misunderstood? These are all the questions I feel are right on that a lot of people are feeling right now. We're all feeling this. And this is, Sandra, to even ask, what's all this going on? This is it. So we're going through kind of like that Q&A within ourselves.
It's about standing in your truth. So if you can be truthful with yourself, then you can start being truthful with the people that you're trying to communicate with. So it's that deep dive, that inner work.
Exactly. Yes. So Sandra, humanity has been a theme through my tears these past 2 weeks. And that's great. You're helping to release. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Just know that that's what you're doing is just release. Don't, it's got to be very fluid, just like our tears, right? Don't reside there. Just let it move through you and go on. Don't hold on anything that's coming that we're trying to release. Let it release. Don't grab onto it or try to hold on to it. And don't relive it. We're just observing it as it goes, So yes. All right, Wendy, I just got an ancestry update yesterday, and I have ancestors in Iceland. So I know why I was so attracted to runes being related to Vikings. Oh, that's awesome. There you go. That's great, Wendy. Wow. Thanks for sharing that with us. All right. So, Melissa, what message do you have for everyone?
All right. So a good universal message. Let's see where they want to go with this, because there's so many things that are changing right now. They really want you. It's almost like it's doing that deep dive because this has to happen before we go into 2020. It's kind of like that final purging, and it's from the inside. Not anyone on the outside can help you. We can assist you, but you have to do the inner work yourself. So I see a lot of that, and I'm getting lit up as I'm telling you this. So feel yourself really just letting go of all that and purging what no longer serves you for your highest and best, because we are moving into our highest and best. And we're moving in that as humanity, as togetherness, more unity. And yeah, you're going to feel a little bit of all that stuff going on around you, but don't own it as yours, because it's not yours. Society and the collective are all going through different things. So just release. They're just showing me much releasing.
I love that. Yes. Woo, thank you. That's beautiful. And it is deep. Yeah. It's always an inside job. That's the key.
Yeah.
Everything we have learned from as many past lives as we've been here is that we only truly succeed if we go within. Everything we need for survival is within us, that great within. And where is that located? This central, the heart chakra, the sacred heart chakra, I call it, right in the center of your chest, right there. Some people, it's right in the middle, their belly button. It's in their sacral chakra. They're both right. It's okay. Doesn't matter. It just depends. But move up if you're more in the sacral and feel like you're a little disconnected from your emotions. You need to move up into that sacred heart center and sit with, I'll tell you, Mother Mary can really stir up and bring up your emotions if you're having a hard time with that. All right. So just do that. Melissa.
My 4-year-old was peeking out the window. I'm like, what's going on?
Oh, that's cute. You can see that. Hi.
He stopped peeking now. Someone pulled him back from the window.
That's cute. Oh, well, they wanted to see what you're doing. Where's Mom?
I know. Trust me, he'll probably be on video with me sooner or later. So,
but just as I said, connect with the Mother Mary, connect with that divine mother, and he's like, okay, I'm going to connect with my mom right now.
Well, it's funny because when you actually showed that rune too, right before I came out here to get on the show, I was writing a bunch of hearts across my paper, which they normally do. Well, he came over here and he drew that rune on my piece of paper.
I love that.
Yeah, he's a little powerhouse, that one. So,
well, yeah.
He'll have his own show soon.
I mean, though, it's these kids coming in are
wide open,
truly open, and it's beautiful. It really is. I think the worst thing that we can do is to label them as being sick or label them as being different. They are different, but in a very high vibrational, different way. Not and please don't misunderstand me when I say this. Doctors only have the body for a 3D body. That's all they understand. That's all they were taught. They don't understand the ascension process. They don't know what happens when we have all 12 strands of our DNA activated. Aha! That junk isn't junk. All right. They don't know what all that looks like. So these kids come in, things they haven't even seen. No, nothing's wrong. We're going to learn from them. Don't drug them. Don't try to yank them down into that 3D model. Let them be, and we can learn a lot from them because they are powerful teachers coming in, and from a lot of different star systems too. Because this is last call for Earth, last call, everyone, come on in. Get on into this because it's huge. The humanity ascending, huge. It's beautiful. They never gave up on us. No. And we didn't give up. And we kept on. And it's happening, people. It's happening. So, yes, we're going to be purging and feeling things. But I am focused on the joy at that end of the tunnel. I am for the projected beginning of the golden new age is 2032. look how close we are. And we can even make it happen sooner if we all keep going and helping each other. And that is like so awesome how close it is.
It is really close.
So stay focused. We're going to see a lot of people that don't want to change. Those that are truly corrupt. They were here for a reason. All right. And like I said, they're going to implode with the 3D. Let them go. But we're going to see, turn off the news. Just do that, because you're going to see so many things happening that you're going to go, we're going to hell in a handbasket. Now, we've already been there, done that. We're ascending now. We've already done that ride. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we're gonna make it better this time. We're picking the other road this time. So.
Exactly. You know, we learned though. We had to go through all of that. And so the darkness is an aspect of the light, and the light's dark is an aspect of the dark. And so we wanted to explore it all. Just like a house, you know, you're not going to live in one room of a house. You're going to explore that whole house. You're going to live in that whole house. And that's what we've done with these human bodies, is explored every emotion, right? Even if it's painful, but we've done all this exploration and decided, okay, I think we need to go to a better place.
And we're creating that right here.
Right.
That better place.
Exactly. Okay, so let me see what else. Any more comments here? Going through real quick. So hello everyone on YouTube. Okay, I joined in late. Hello Chanel, thanks for joining at least. And you can always go back and watch what we were talking about in the beginning. So, but thank you. Even if you come in late, it's okay. You're always right on time, and you can watch it again later on. But you're meant to be here, so please stay here and hang in there. And let's see, we got about 40 minutes. Not 40 minutes. We got about 20 minutes left. I don't know what time it is.
What time is it? Where did the time go?
And that's it too. You feel that slipping. How many of us are having a hard time? I'm telling you, if I didn't produce shows, I wouldn't know what day it was. What is today? Oh my gosh. Okay. You know, so I guess it helps keep me in line. But otherwise, it's like, oh my gosh. And it's going by so fast. It just seems like yesterday I had my show last week. I mean, but you know, oh look, we're right back to this again. And it's great. Don't hang on to it. Just notice it and just, that's interesting. And just keep going. And as we move, we have to move away from time, because time's only the 3D. And we're going to see what we're talking about, like that, like loved ones, those who communicate to loved ones who in the fourth dimension and higher. They always say that our whole lifetime, we're gone from heaven or the other side for only 2 days. What? 80 to 90 years is 2 days away. So and they say about, because they know how we need that time to understand, that timeline to understand. But that's why it's not that they're cold and that they don't miss you. They're just like, we just left. You're going to be right back. Or, you know, we're going to see each other again really quick. So it's all beautiful. Okay, so we have 20 minutes or so left in the show, and we would love to be able to answer questions for you guys. Chris, hi puppies, I hear them. I know, right? I got like the loudest drinker ever. Really, I mean, the water bowl's in the next room, but you. So that's the way of saying hi, Chris. You're saying hi to you. All right, so here's what we would like for you to do. Ask one question, and in the comments, and Melissa and I will be happy to answer that for you. And if it scrolls really fast, please ask your question again. And I know y'all are all very good. You help me too. If I've missed somebody, you will, hey, so-and-so didn't get theirs question. So, all right. So yeah, so just go ahead and put your questions in the comment. It can be a question. And it has to be a question. Please don't do generals because we don't have that much time.
Right.
So a specific question.
I think is good.
It can be about you. It can be about, do you need some insight or sharing? Anything like that. It can be what we talked about. And so, okay. Maureen's first. Any messages from my son, Jacob, please? All right. I read for Maureen a lot. So, Melissa, I'm going to let you. Her son, Jacob, is standing right beside her, but is on the other side.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Let's see what Jacob has to say. And what was the lady's name again?
Maureen.
Okay, Maureen. It helps when I have the owner's name.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah. He kind of giggles because he is always right next to you. He kind of like follows you around. He's kind of like that little angel that kind of like hangs out on your shoulder all the time. And he's also showing me that he leaves you lots of things, and they're not like things like money or things. They're like, I feel like he's leaving you clues everywhere to help you move forward and to kind of like let go. And and I'm getting goosebumps as I say that. So he's trying to help you move forward so you can find that joy again, because part of you is missing that. And he would like you to refine that. Okay. And it's like refinding it. That's what he's saying. It's refinding it. So
that's beautiful. And that's perfect. I hope you enjoy. That's great. Aww. All right, so let's see. Like I said, it's scrolling quick, so you're going to have to ask your question again if you do not see me. Okay. All right. All right, Chanel, any messages from spirits? Okay, so we work in a very high vibration. So if the spirits, what your definition of spirits may be different than ours, but just
sorry,
but seriously though, right? From a loved one, from the angels, we really connected in the angel realm and in that high vibration. Messages is just listen. Any messages want me to know about Antonio? This is why I'm hearing now. That's her about, okay, more specific about a person, Antonio. This is why I'm hearing you just need to, you're getting, don't ignore them because you want to try to make it fit and to make it work. Listen to you.
I'm going to have to like ditto that, even though I don't know the situation or what's going on, but I'm feeling like you need to step out of where you are into something new, because what you're trying, see, you're kind of like trying to hold on to the parade balloon they're showing me, and it's time for you to let that go so you can find the freedom to flow where you need to flow always. They're showing me like this, groovy flow.